Hey folks, it's Dustin again. I just wanted to make another video. I know I made the cleanse video and just some introductory stuff on the 24-day challenge with AdvoCare, but based on my experience and using products over about a year, getting started on a challenge, I just have certain tips that I wanted to share with some of you. They're helpful for me and other people that I've coached, and I felt that you could glean some wisdom maybe, and this could help you out. And if you have further questions, you can contact me or your coach. So I've got some written down I just want to share with you. The first one that comes to my mind, and I hear this tossed around just a little bit back and forth, but when thinking about the 24-day challenge, especially the nutrition plan, don't refer to it or the program as a whole as a diet. To me, and the connotation with diets is that it's something that you start and stop just to achieve short-term results. But the 24-day challenge is a jump start to a healthier lifestyle. And so this is going to change the way you think about nutrition. I know it did for me. The way that you plan your food, and the way that you live your life, as well as your energy and several other things in your life coupled with the products. And so just be careful on saying that diet word. A lot of people ask me, are you still doing that diet? And I say, I've changed my lifestyle. It's changed completely who I am and how I view nutrition. And yes, I follow the nutrition plan that I learned on the 24-day challenge. And also think about this: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, and that's so true. I've helped several other people on the challenge, and the ones that don't plan typically don't do as well. Make sure you plan for the whole day, because things happen. Many people have a meal prep day on Sunday, and they meal prep, at least for Monday through Friday, cooking lean meats, steaming vegetables, boiling vegetables, making sure that everything's measured out and ready to go containers. And so that's very helpful for a lot of people. I usually plan out, a couple, 2 or 3 days in advance. That helps me. Over planning is way better than under planning. I would rather be way over prepared than under prepared and not have a snack or not have a meal on hand ready to go, and then I'm forced to eat something that's not on the nutrition plan, and I won't have as good of results. Almonds are an excellent source as a snack of a healthy fat. They have become my best friend. I carry this around in my Jeep almost pretty much everywhere I go. I get this at Sam's, and they're just raw, unsalted, plain Jane almonds. And so I just grab a small handful of those, and it's perfect. That and like a small piece of fruit, in between meals. And so I'll have a meal, and then in an hour and a half, 2 hours, I'll have some almonds, a small piece of fruit, depends on the time of the day. And that'll hold me over to another meal. Make sure you have all components of the meal planned for. For example, a healthier lean protein for every meal, whether that's boiled egg whites, tuna, tilapia, chicken, whatever it is. Make sure you have that protein, that complex carb, and that fruit or vegetable, depending on which meal it is and what time of the day it is. That's very, very important. The complex carb obviously giving you energy, and a good source of energy. There is a difference between a complex carb and a simple carb. For example, a simple carb would be quick oats or white rice. A complex carb would be old-fashioned steel oats, which is what you're looking for, not just the quick minute oats. And brown rice is an excellent source of complex carbs as well. You should be eating every 2 hours approximately. I mentioned that before. And so when I get up, 30 minutes prior, I'll have my supplements and stuff, and then I'll have breakfast. And then an hour and a half, 2 hours, somewhere in that window, I'm going to have my snack. And so I plan for that. And so by the time I get to lunch, I'm not absolutely starving. If you're hungry, you've waited too late to eat. And so you're feeding your body. You're really changing the way that your body absorbs food and the way that it should absorb food, and burning fat and calories throughout the day. It's going to provide you energy as well. Water intake is extremely important. Make sure, especially on the cleanse, that you're drinking water all day. And so this is how much water you should drink. Okay, I weigh about 200 pounds. When I started, I weighed about 230 pounds. But you take 200 divided by 2, 100, and 100 ounces of water on my cleanse is what I'm shooting for. Most of the time I go over that. Most of the time I drink about a gallon a day because I'm thirsty, my body's cleansing itself, and I'm getting rid of the toxins. But water intake is extremely important. Water and Spark obviously should be really the only thing that you're drinking. We don't need to drink juice because of the sugar content. We don't need to be drinking alcohol. We don't need to be drinking, coffee, especially on the cleanse, because of the acidity in it. Water and Spark are really all you need. Now on day 11, if you have to add coffee, that's your choice. But especially on the cleanse, try to avoid that at all costs. That scared me initially, but I've been pretty much coffee free for a year now, and I used to drink 4 to 5 cups by lunch, and so I don't depend on that. The only time I miss it is when I smell it. I've still got a Keurig that I'm looking at on my kitchen counter that I haven't used in over a year. So as an avid coffee drinker, I don't depend on it now. I just drink water and Spark. All right, avoid dairy on the cleanse. It's very highly processed. That's cheese, yogurt, milk. Try your best to avoid that stuff, and in small, in moderation, yogurt, milk, cheese, low-fat cheese can be added on the max phase day 11 through 24. Be careful with your salt and your sugar. Obviously, you want to avoid that as much as you can. You will notice if you're paying attention to nutrition labels that salt is almost in every canned good, unless it says no sodium. If it says that, it doesn't have salt, obviously. But yeah, Miss Dash, the brand Miss Dash, you can get that at Walmart or pretty much any grocery store. They have a whole line of no sodium spices, lemon pepper, spices, and stuff like that. So that's a tip for that. For best results, look at the things to avoid on the list in your guidebook. It has stuff like alcohol and mushrooms and obviously sugar, fried foods, dairy, stuff like that. So pay attention to that. The better you stick to the nutrition plan, the better your results are going to be by far. Mustard is an excellent low-calorie additive for like tuna and stuff like that. I know Kristen, my coach, also adds like half an avocado, mixes it with her tuna, and that's also very good as a healthy, the avocado being a healthy fat. So, get creative with that stuff. Also, don't make it too hard. The goal of this program is obviously to jumpstart a healthier lifestyle, but you want it to be maintainable. You don't want some crazy diet, like I said, something you can't maintain. You want a nutrition plan that you can maintain post-challenge. Look at added sugars. If you've never paid attention to this, added sugars are in everything. Ketchup, spaghetti sauce, I didn't know that. I had never looked at nutrition labels before, and so make sure that you pay attention to those added sugars. There's added sugars in fruit juices many times. And that brings up a good point. A lot of people say, well, why are fruit juices not suggested on the cleanse? Fruit juices, number one, they have a lot of added sugars, and number two, your body absorbs the sugar from those juices. It absorbs more of the sugar, and so when you eat an apple, let's say, for example, it has a lot of fibrous material in it. And so your body, as it digests that fiber, it doesn't absorb all that sugar. And so it's a lot better to eat an apple than it is to drink apple juice, especially if sugar's added. I always say have an easy go-to meal for lunch, or your difficult meal, whether it's breakfast or whatever it is. That way you don't have to think about it. I mean, it's just natural. And so I have a go-to meal for lunch. You could ask anybody that I work with. I work at a school, and so I carry a can of tuna, a can of green beans, and a can of black beans. Now I switch it up from time to time, but that's my go-to meal. And so I put a third or so of the can of green beans and black beans and the can of tuna. Obviously I warm the beans up, the black beans being my complex carbon, so I just mix that together, boom, put some mustard with the tuna, and I'm good to go. That's a full meal. Make sure you do plan. This program is amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it because it encourages exercise, proper nutrition, which I had no idea what that meant when I got started, and also the supplementation to fill in those nutritional gaps. So I'm excited for you to start the challenge. Reach out to me or your coach if you have any questions at all. I'm excited that I'm doing these videos. Hopefully they can help you and get you excited about this and helping other people achieve the great results as well. Good luck.